Hello, welcome to today's video. Today we are moving our baby to the nursery.
An island breeze, a gentle sway, the golden light at end of day. The sand is warm beneath our feet as ocean waves in rhythm beat. The sun descends, a fiery glow.
I'm actually filming this intro after the move. So this morning I did the moving of his crib and we reorganized his nursery. He has been sleeping with us in the same room but in the crib for the past almost 15 months now, and today is the day we are moving his crib into his own nursery, and I only get to do this video once, so it's kind of a special video. I don't know why we waited till now, but deeply in my heart I don't want him to grow out of the baby stage that fast, and I just feel like every time I see him growing out of something, just feel like every step is gonna have him growing apart from the parents, take us further apart a bit more physically. And as much as I want to sleep in the same room and even co-sleep with him, he doesn't really need that. It does seem like he's having a better sleep in a separate room without any interference during the sleep, and he is doing an amazing job actually getting himself falling asleep on his own. There's actually no point but like there's no reason that I really needed to stay in, and he's no longer the baby that need me to rock him into sleep, and he just fell asleep once I put him in the crib. He's so good, although there was a bit of process on that, but now he just falls asleep on his own. As a mother, I want to sing for him and rock him to sleep. He doesn't need that anymore, and he doesn't want it anymore. He just would let me go into my crib. What? Yeah. So here's what has been happening before and why I finally decided to do this on today's date. Today is March 19th, 2026. So his current bedtime is at 8 p.m. and I will just tuck him to sleep and he falls asleep on his own, and the time maybe around 12 p.m. I try to go to sleep. I try to go back to the master bedroom, no matter how quiet I enter the room, taping my toes and also holding my breath. He can always feel me. He can smell me in a way. He knows I'm in the room. And those nights will turn into one. It takes a bit of time, a few minutes, for him to realize that I'm in a room. But at that time, I already laid down, and then he starts to feel oh, my mom is in the room, and he starts waking and crying. And also during the night, he would wake up and wants cuddles, wants to be in the bed. But even if I cuddles him and I co-sleep with him, he doesn't really enjoy the co-sleeping that much. He have a really hard time falling asleep between me and his father. So basically he wants cuddles or co-sleeping mentally, but physically he doesn't want that. It's not helping his sleep at all. And same for me, I could not sleep the whole night. So what ended up happening is that I come to the point that I'm afraid of getting back into the room to interfere his sleeping. So I would sleep on the sofa in the living room, and that happened. It kind of went really great at first because he no longer wakes up during the night, and he no longer cries. He no longer demands nighttime feeding. When I'm in the room, when I go back to the room to sleep, he always demands nighttime feeding, but when I don't go back to the room, he doesn't. Like, he will wake up several times if I go back, but magically if I sleep in a separate room from him, he would not wake or need nighttime feeding. So I know, of course, he's not hungry, especially at this age, in 14-15 months. He doesn't need it anymore. It's just he knows I'm there and he just wants it more. But as time goes, it's really harsh on me. Although I have really amazing sleep on the sofa, but I have been really having a hard time falling asleep on the couch recently. Like, it's super comfy. My friend would come over and fall asleep sitting on the couch. Like, it's so comfy, and I spent a lot of nights on the sofa sleeping while I was pregnant because it's so comfy and it's so supportive on my waist and back. But for some reason I just cannot fall asleep anymore on the couch. And some nights I will literally be awake lying on the couch until I see the sun starts rising, and you can only imagine how the daytime would go after those nights. It's very chaotic, and it impacts your mood, and you're not planning the meals well, you're not energetic, and the kids can also feel it as well. The fact that I have been sleeping in the living room and my husband Wilson, they have been sleeping in the master bedroom, that means we're already sleeping in separate rooms. But I just had really hard time taking a further step, moving him into his own nursery. Moving his crib from our room to his nursery is really heavy and sad and like a lot of emotions. There's really no rush, and there's no like strict timing like, oh, you need to move your baby to another room now. So mostly me have been just like pushing that. I want him in the room. Like, it's such a huge step for me. At this point, it's not even Wilson needs to stay in a room. Really, it was just me. I couldn't let it go. I do know it is the best thing to do for the sleep for all three of us, which also affects how much of quality time I get to spend with my kid the next day. During the daytime, how we play, how we enjoy the meals, and just the whole dynamic of the daytime. It's completely different when the parent has a good sleep or not. So as time goes, of course, my sleep got worse and worse until last night. My husband actually joined me in the living room, so the two of us let the baby slept on his own in our master bedroom, and the two of us are not sleeping in the room, which is so funny. And the two of us had amazing sleep. Let me show you. I start to wear my Apple Watch so I can actually track my sleep. So last night, so this is from last night. Oh my god, I'm twisting my arms. So in total, I had 5 hours and 13 minutes of sleep, which is actually not too bad comparing with what I had past month. So I was awake for 17 minutes. And REM, I need to check it out what that is. REM, sleeping. REM is rapid eye movement. So sleep is a unique active sleep. Oh, so it's the active sleep stage, and is usually 25% of the total sleep time. Yeah, it's 1 hour and 6 minutes, about 25%. Core sleeping refers to essential, uninterrupted, and deep restorative sleep necessary for physical repair, cognitive functions, and emotion regulation. That's cool. I'll put a picture of the sleep cycle. There is the vivid dreaming, light sleep, and deep sleeping. And on my watch, the deep sleeping was last night was 41 minutes. I'm pretty sure that can be improved, but I'm already super happy. And even with just 5 hours of sleep last night, I had the baby monitor set to the highest volume, and I heard just one sound of crying, and he didn't even wake up. So that is probably from his dream or something, and I really had nothing to worry about at this time. And so I am finally ready to move my baby's crib into his own nursery. It's nice knowing that I have the freedom to wake up earlier than my baby and not waking him up at 7 or 6 a.m. That is great. Having the freedom and ability to prep the day ahead, getting some morning exercise in, or prepping the meals ahead before he wakes up, it's nice. It's a nice thing to do for yourself and your baby as well. You put on a bit of makeup and recording all these during his nap time. It's usually 2 hours. This is his first sleep in his nursery. It's a nap, and I was expecting him to wake up like in an hour, but he's actually approaching a 2-hour mark now. Now it's an hour and 54 minutes already. I was expecting him not getting used to it or not falling asleep and maybe waking up a lot earlier than usual. I recorded like the baby monitor, like how he fell asleep. You're gonna see that in the video later. So I prepped him in the room and snuggled with him a little bit, and it did take him a bit of time to fall asleep, but he did not cry at all. So fundamentally he accepted the transition super well, even better than I thought. Thank you so much, baby, and you are the best. You actually helped mommy to make this step. This step is actually for the motherhood, not even for the baby at this point. And now it's finally the time letting the last chapter go and just move on and go on the next beautiful chapter. This is a lot of talking, but I felt like this is very much needed. Like, this kind of feelings is gonna go away as time goes, and I'm really glad I'm recording this. And let's get to the fun part of the movie now. Let's go move the baby. So this is what we are working with. I do still want to keep the playhouse in the room because in the living room is too much. And also got this little table which we use to play games, and I want to teach him using that table for reading, but at this time he's just reading wherever he likes. That is mostly on the floor, and we gotta find a way to have the crib moved in here and still make everything work. Right now we just have this like kind of open layout where we have like in the center is there's nothing. It's all his toys he's been playing and more room to explore. And over here it's a gym mat that we used to use. It's foldable when he was 4 months. So we have this whole mat laid out in the room. It was really great for him practicing the tummy time and also sitting up. And now he's using it up. He doesn't like tables yet. He just likes to be on the floor, and this has a bit of elevated level for him to put on his toys. So it's much more like at the eye level, and it's a really long mat, so the whole family can just sit there and read a story together. But I think moving the crib in, we definitely need to adjust this situation here. I just collected a bin of items to put in there. You're not really helping out today. There you go. So this is a bin of toys that we are not currently playing, which I stored them in his closet. We're gonna do a bit of toy rotation for the week. And whose water bottle is in here? Yes. Can you put this on for me? Yeah. Good job. Thank you. That's awesome. Clothes back on. Good boy. Recently we pulled this one out again because we're noticing that he'll love to do a lot of jobs that adults do, like hang the clothes. And literally now every day he just spends a few minutes of putting this on the rack and off the rack and just repeating. Sometimes he does it well, sometimes after a few minutes he may lose interest or patience. Anyways, it's really good practice. I really love the fact that now he's almost 15 months, but he is still using the very first furniture we bought for him. Now I think it's kind of a perfect time for me to do like a newborn essential must, I mean like best buy kind of video. There's no must. So again, when he was just born, so this is something that we use, and it's at level 1. The height is perfect for the baby lying down and looking up, especially when they are really small, like 1 or 2 months. They're just lying on the floor mostly, and I was hanging toys and black and white cards on these so he can play. And now when it's at level 2, this is very like a lot lower now. Now the thing is expanded even further to the level 2, and this is really good for his tummy time. So baby is having his tummy time over here, and the height is not too high, and really is not something that's really bulky. I know there are like really fancy ones that are also really expensive. They have like arches going here and like different directions. They have like things around it, but for me this is perfect, and I get to adjust how high the bar is for different use. And I got a few of these rubber bands where you can adjust the length, and also like I think it's meant for mostly using it on strollers, so you can secure the toys instead of your kids throwing them away on the ground. So I just use these to attach whatever toys that I find that is good for him for the age. I just prefer something that is more versatile, that I can put in I can make it into my own versions, and I can, of course, like, and again I can store this so easily. I just slide it. I don't know if you can see, there's like a little gap over there beside the drawers. So I just slide it in, and when I need it, I just pull it out. So here's what we have right now. I just placed his crib in the corner, which actually looks really nice, and it's a quiet corner. And once we have the blinds down, it should look really cozy, and it's gonna be his first nap in another hour, so we're gonna see and try it out for the first time. Him sleeping in his own nursery by himself the first time. And for toy rotation, I'm bringing out most of the musical like toys and also the drum set, and I placed the little, now we are calling it the little clothes rack. I placed it in front of mirrors. I don't know, this is just my imagination. He can pick his outfit and check it out in the mirror. And this corner kind of look a bit empty now, so I just placed his rocking animal over here. And so far it looks really nice and cozy to me. Now for this mat, I think I'm gonna hide this temporarily behind the playhouse. If I want it, I can just pull it out, and maybe I'll place it somewhere in the living room. I don't know yet. And another option is to expand the mat and place it under the playhouse. So now in the playhouse, we have a bit of toy storage situation, and we've been playing hide and seek with this a lot. Does it look bad? I mean, like, if I don't tell you, you probably don't notice it immediately once you enter the room, but I know it's there, and it's kind of bothering me a bit, because I mean, well, it's cream, it's white, it kind of blends into the wall and the closet, but the fact that I know it's there, it's not really awful. But every time I change it, I do love every version of his nursery. There's been many updates. I've been changing things a lot. This is how the room looks like now. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. promise I'm not. I can tell that's fake crying. How was your first nap without mommy in the nursery? How was your first nap in your nursery? Anyways, let's change your diaper.
8 tractors.
8 tractors.
5 birds. And butterflies.
7 kitties. Take it outside, take it outside for the next hour. Oh gosh. So he is very happy about the wrap, not the rest of the egg and zucchini inside. And for myself, I added some shichime powder and a bit of salt. And there's my wrap. I'm so sorry. Whew. Here's, like, if you're not touching all these, I'm gonna have another one and take all of the veggies and egg. We have some leftover zucchini and mushroom, which I just cooked, and I tried to put into his wrap, but he's not taking it. So for dinner, which is gonna be like in an hour and a half, I'm going to blend all of these now, and it's going to be like the pasta mix for him. So this way he actually takes in the mushroom and zucchini. have. It's all blended. I added a bit more milk and smashed sweet potato as a base, so everything is like more creamy. Yeah, I can give this to Barney. Your egg. The eggs. Yeah. My sock. Oh, that's not my sock. Well, that's my compression sock, babe. Yummy, right? I know, it's a hit again. Finally, I got to sit down and let's talk. There's 2 reasons that he has been a bit of upset. Right? Were you a bit upset? Yeah? He was pretty upset, so I was picking him up. I was holding him while I cooked the entire meal. I'm really glad I prepared the sauce ahead when he was snacking. So all I had to do is to boil the pasta and also cut some fruits. And there are 2 reasons why he was really upset. One is being that we were having a video call with my grandma. I try not to have him touch phones, but when there's but when we have video calls, like especially with someone like my grandma, we don't like do video calls like every day, but so once in a while when we have a video call, especially with friends, family who live far away and don't get to see him as often. Like I want them to communicate, of course, and I don't want a baby to be crying throughout the whole conversation, like the whole call. So basically, if he desperately wants the phone, wants to hold the phone, then sometimes I let them. But recently, there's no reason, but I just decided to not do that, not let him touch the phone again. So a really interesting thing about it is that from day 1 we do not let him to touch the water bowl of our dog. So every time he tries to touch the bowl, like he will still put his hands in there to play with the water, but every time before he doing that, he will literally just like freeze there and try put his hand in the bowl, but looking at us. He does wait for us to respond for a few seconds, like sometimes from like 4 seconds to 10 seconds. That's how long he will wait before he actually put his hands in the water. So that gives us time to take the water away, and that is something he do when we refuse, when we say no and take the thing away from the first try. But for phones, especially during those calls, he was like holding it like in his face. Oh, you had a lot already. Good job. You want more? Try to finish those first. And also he's been trying to touch my iWatch. So what I did, I would just turn it off completely. So he touched it, there's no response. It's like just black. You want to touch it, then it's fine. That's what I did for iWatch. Yesterday was day 1, and today is absolutely no phone, day 1. Even on video calls, I didn't let him to hold the phone at all. So he was crying at the end of the call, and we have to end it. And I gave him more toys and some snacks, which all didn't work. So that just tells me how important it is to stop him right here, especially phones, like absolute no. And yeah, sorry. We actually finally moved his crib from the master bedroom to his little nursery. It's a huge step for me. And yeah, God, it's a huge step for both of us. You know, independency. Excuse you. Excuse you. Good job. You didn't take any tomatoes. No. Oh. Thank you. Yummy. Stop it. I'm gonna get fat. Take your apple first. I'm gonna wash my elbow. You eat first, okay? You eat first. Anyway, so the second reason why he has been crying, why he got really upset really easily, because before, between two meals, I mean like even between, he's starting to throw his food, so I'm gonna step away for a little bit. So I can still see him in the back. Second reason why he got really upset really easily during the video call with my grandma is because he hasn't had his milk at the time yet. And before today, what we have been doing is just on demand, which is basically before between every meal, between every meal he would have some milk, which means he's having 3 meals every day, 2 snacks, and also one in the morning before sleeping, and probably another 3 to 4 times during the day. So that's a lot of times of feeding, which has led to having less food for each meal, and he's waiting for the formula. He's still having a lot of actual food for the meal, but we can have more, but he's just like willing to drink the formula or milk later. And I understand that it's just easier. And what happens next is that he's getting more and more picky about food. He's gonna have all the fruits first and have a little bites and just starts to throw away food, which is not good. I know he can have more food obviously, and because of that as well, he's not willing to try new food because, you know, I don't know this food, it is probably not good, and oh, this texture is squishy and I probably won't have it. I feel like we really need to just cutting down how many times he's having milk during the day. Like in terms of timing, like how many times you feed your baby during the day and what you feed, it's gonna be really different baby by baby, and also like in terms how you organize your day, your life, and who is taking care of the baby is gonna be really different. Like for his age, as he's growing, the trend is to reduce the amount of time he's having milk, and a lot of time is not that he really needs it, it's just like mentally he wants milk, and that is like a part of it is like easy to drink and also really comforting for him to have the milk. And going back, like the reason why I cried is that today is the first day. Also, we are making a lot of transitions today. Today is the first day he's actually only having 2 times of milk. Like the whole day I've been feeding him and making sure he's eating enough to the point that he doesn't need to drink anything during the day. And I also added the amount of milk he had drinking like in the morning. Before he would have like 150 in the morning at most, and today I added to 190 millimeters, and I'll just be adjusting what he needs, seeing like his reactions like in a few days, whether it helps. I think it will help, like taking the food. He is eating pretty well already, but I feel like this will like push it even further, helping him to not develop that habit of picking food, and hopefully like less picking on texture as well. But it's absolutely normal, but I'm just trying to think of like what works for his flow, what he can accept. So let me update you in the next video on how this is all going, like changing the room for his sleeping, and also like changing the feeding schedule, meal schedule, and there's a lot of changes. You're so funny. You're a funny guy. Boy, are you done? Are you done eating? He's so happy. He's so happy. His number one, like, besides fruits, his number one food is pasta. Oh, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Happiest time of the day. There you go. This one has right hand. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Okay, may I teach you how to brush your teeth? Okay, and we wash our hands now. Oh, I mean like our face. I think that's perfect now. And now we wash our pretty face. Making fun so he doesn't hate that much. Yes, baby. You're so cute. He's such a cute baby. Oh my god, so fresh. So awkward for me. Maybe I'll just put some video to cover my voice. Or is it funny? Okay. You get your change. You're all your clothes is wet. Mommy, you need to change your top. There. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, like I don't say no to him that much. He's still so young. Like whatever he wants to do, I kind of just let him, as long as it's not a bad habit or like it's not dangerous to him, then I'm good. And for some things like phones and stuff, how are you washing your hair? Like how he eats, he tries to feed me, and whatever makes me happy with the mealtime, then making the mealtime more of a pleasure, then he looks forward to the mealtime, making everything actually easier, then I'm good with that. I'm not gonna say no for those things at all. And I really don't say a lot of no's to him, as long as it is safe and he's just so cute. And also like so young. And there we go. There we go. I have a clean towel. Let's just clean your hair again. So for him, he has like very sensitive skin. That is confirmed by our family doctor, our dermatologist, and also the allergy clinic. And I forgot which one, but one of them suggested us to dry him with 2 towels to make sure everything is like really dried before putting on the lotions. So he's very sensitive. So his very sensitive skin doesn't react. What are you doing? He's having fun there. Yeah. Hello. door. Go back downstairs. Into the bed. Under the cover. Phew. We are not going out there hunt again. Lonely, lonely bear. He can easily turn on and off on these, and of course he's will open these. So that's why we usually just hide it in this corner behind the chair and the drawers. Here. Finish your milk, please. That's the last place you want to place here. I'm really not prepared for these, to be honest. Moving his crib in the room, it's my mascara. Moving his crib into the room, you know, setting the room up was fun and exciting, but just thinking of the smaller things.
Put your plate here.
I'm gonna cut it all together. Okay. My God. As long as you guys are happy, I'm fine. Are you gonna have a good, uninterrupted sleep tonight? Are you alright, hand? Thank you. Your little bunny. Tell me tomorrow if you miss mommy. I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna be here when you awake. I'm gonna hold you for a long time when you are awake. Okay? Okay? Okay. Should we turn off the light? Down, down, down. Mommy love you so much. Good night, baby. I'm gonna watch you in the monitor, okay? I love you, baby. I love you. Mommy love you so much. I'm gonna take Elsa with me. Elsa? Oh my God, where's Elsa? Elsa? Elsa, good girl. Come on, baby.
多利文的好朋友兼室友麦克很生气，他让多利赶紧搬下床。
Mommy love you. Mommy love you very much. Mommy love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? He's not crying. I'm so proud of you, baby. And it's 7:55. It's the exact time that he usually go to sleep. And yeah, he's standing up a lot, like what he did during the nap. But you can do it. I'm gonna cook my dinner while just watching him fall asleep, and hopefully he's really tired and sleepy now. It just took me a few minutes, but I did burn some of the zucchini because I was watching the monitor. And so we have the pasta that I cooked more. I always cook more than he needs, so I actually cooked a lot tonight, so I'm having them. And I mix a bit of sesame oil in there just to break them because they're like kind of sticking together. And I have 2 very runny eggs. So he stewed for like 10 minutes and now he's finally sitting down and oh no, standing up again. And he's looking for me, looking for people. He's just looking for people, and he did cry twice. And he was able to stop by himself. And he's sitting down again. I think he heard my voice. I think it's because he heard my voice talking. And so he stood up again, and now he's sitting down. Oh, my baby. He's walking. Oh my god, my cat is loud. Okay, now he's standing up again. I'm already fed you, Tiger. Okay, now he's sitting down again. It took him around 15 minutes. He lied down. It's generally good if the dog bark or any noises, it doesn't really wake up from that. But now today, like, he's in a new place. Well, his nursery, his playroom, but first time sleeping in that new place. It's gonna be really strange for him, and he's sitting up again. I just hope he's not scared. I really don't want to be harsh on him on this and leaving any trauma. That's like the last thing I want. It's just my personal fears that not that like my parents did something like that, but my personal fear is to be left somewhere and they never come back. Maybe they're not able to come back or something, and that feeling is really bad. I don't want them to feel, oh, he's lying down. Second try laying down. Good job. Closing his eyes a little bit and opening. I feel like I'm a host of a sports game. His eyes are still kind of open, which is pretty normal. He just listens to his bedtime story. He's on the right track. I think the hardest part is over. Alright, so I'm gonna spend some time working on thumbnail. I really appreciate you guys spending the day with us, and it's really special. I don't know how I will feel like watching this. I know that I will look back to this video and in a few months and say, oh, you're so emotional, you're like, you have a lot of feelings. But that's exactly why I want to document all of these, because these feelings will fade away. Like you won't remember some of the things like from photos. You will just remember what you did that day. We moved the nursery, we moved the crib to the nursery that day, but the details, how you feel the day, person you are on that day is kind of different every other day than the person you are now today. So I just really cherish all these moments, every version of him and me, moments we spent together. Every day is quite different, and it's never coming back. And so if you're interested, I post weekly vlogs. I call them the Time Machine vlog series. So if you're interested, don't forget to subscribe. Let's be friends. It meant a lot to me. I check on him another time. Still working on. If he wakes up multiple times tonight. I'll definitely update you. Let's hope not, and have a wonderful night of sleep for all of us and all of you. I hope I kept you a very good company with this video. Oops, mascara. So, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you, bye.